Here it goes, everybody, because they will continue our game called Do Not Take This Cat Home. Where were we? Yeah. No, I think we're done with that. Let's watch a movie. You're not tired enough for a nap, but you're too lazy to get started on any of your chores. So you decide to watch a movie. You get dressed in your favorite pajamas, make some popcorn with an obscene amount of butter, and head over to your armchair. Only to discover that the cat is already napping in it. You frown a little in thought. Your couch is at the best angle for optimal TV viewing pleasure, and you don't feel like pushing it around and having to put it back later. It's like this cat is existing to annoy the hell out of us. The only options you have left are to sit on the floor or move the cat and reclaim your throne. Wait, quick save, no. Yeah, we've done this, so I'm gonna overwrite this part. Let's let them sit on the... I don't know, man. Sit on the floor, sure. Decide to sit on the floor. The cat is a guest after all, and you pride yourself on being a good host if nothing else. But at least you would if you'd ever had any guests over before. You grab a blanket and some pillows and make a comfy nest in front of the chair. Then suddenly it cuts my throat or something. You pop in a random movie from your collection and can tell instantly that it's one of your favorite horror films. You've seen it a few times already, but it never fails to get your blood pumping. A few minutes in and you've already invested, getting reacquainted with the story and the characters. The scares won't come until later, but for some reason you feel like something is watching you from behind. You know it's probably nothing, but you feel compelled to check anyway. You peek over your shoulder. Yeah. Only to jump out of your skin, jolting a few pieces of popcorn out of the bowl in your lap. The cat is awake and looking right at you. What the hell? I welcome you into my home and you do this shit to me? Fucking piece of shit. Da. Sigh. You take a calming breath, recovering from your heart nearly lurching out of your chest and immediately feel foolish. It was just a cat, of course. It was so quiet you've forgotten it was right behind you. Even though it's the whole reason you're sitting on the floor in the first place. You shakily pick up the remote intending to rewind some of the parts you missed. However, as soon as you press the rewind button, the TV shuts off. You blink, confused. Nothing else turned off. The kitchen's dim light was still on. The digital clock was still glowing, and the movie player was still rewinding. The power clearly didn't go out, so why? You feel a chill run down your spine as you catch the cat's reflection in the dark TV screen. It's still looking at you. Cats stare, silly. It's kind of their thing, right? And you're a new addition in its life. Of course it's going to study you closely to see if you're trustworthy. As you mentally reassure yourself, you turn the TV back on. What? The TV's on, but the movie isn't what's playing on the screen. It's... Ooh, it's you? You watch yourself? Oh my god. If this is gonna capture me with my webcam and shit, I think I should need to tape over my webcam or something. Watch yourself frown on screen as you feel your brow furrow in tandem. It's like the footage of you in real time, like you're being recorded. You feel the familiar sensation of your mind focusing on small details to avoid the bigger picture of your current situation. Avoiding the questions of how this is happening, of who or what is doing this, there you go, and why. Suddenly, your mirrored self smiles and waves at you, all on its own. Hey, my friend. You don't wave back, too stunned to move. Rude much? The you on the screen doesn't seem to mind, though. It then stands up. It walks out of frame. And, a terrified yell rips out of your mouth before you can think to stifle it. On the screen in the chair is the cat. Son of a bitch, but it's wrong. It's become a large swollen mass of black fur. Son of a bitch. I welcome you into my home and this is how you repay me? Its switching pulse arithmetical with its slow, almost methodical breaths. Its mouth is a yawning entrance to a black abyss, framed by a set of teeth that look very, very sharp. Glowing eyes bulge all over its body. It's still looking at you. Am I really that attractive? Doesn't even acknowledge your on-screen persona as they walk back into frame and pet it almost lovingly. Then, the you inside the TV touches one of the cat's fangs. Oh, so you were nice and then you still eat them anyway? Asshole. You flinch at a sudden sharp pain in your palm. You look down and sure enough, your hand is bleeding. You're not particularly afraid of blood, but for some reason the sight of it leaking out of you sends another chill down your back. I mean, it's supposed to. You're seeing a monster being devoured. Yeah, I mean, the monster's devouring us. Of course you're gonna fucking... Yeah, what the fuck, man? A thought clear and terrible flashes across your mind. It's not just the mutated cat in the TV that's watching you. Is it? Don't look behind you. Don't look behind you. Look. You watch helplessly as your on-screen self smiles and nods at you, almost encouragingly. They stand in front of the cat's gaping jaws. They look into the dark depths. And as you're torn between the horrifying realization of what's about to happen, you're in the gripping wonder of what they see looking back at them from that deep, deep darkness. They jump in. Darkness is a sudden presence all around you, pressing and holding you down, and yet you somehow also feel weightless. You can't tell if you're falling, but it doesn't feel like you're laying down or standing either. You feel warm. You feel cold. You feel everything. The hell? You feel nothing. You feel nothing. Ending 3. Silent film. Okay. Fine. Let's see. I'm just gonna put this here just in case I forget. Load it up. Time to reclaim our throne. You square your shoulders. Sorry, kitty, but that's my spot. I'm Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. You pick up the cat and place it on the floor. It's clearly upset with you. When you try to pet it as an apology, it dodges your head and scampers away. You shrug and put on a random movie before nestling into your chair. It's some horror film that you love to heckle from beginning to end. Nothing but an endless string of pointless jump scares. The writers not know the meaning of the word subtle? Nope. Let me just drink my coffee. I feel like it's been a long time since I drank coffee. Ah, it's horrible. Holy shit. I mean, it's supposed to taste like that, I guess. Crash. What was that? Was that a bathroom? The cat must have got it into the medicine cabinet or knocked something over. That son of a bitch. Calming your thundering heart with a deep breath, you pause the movie and get up to investigate. Whoa. The cat dashes between your legs from the hall. Fleeing the scene only makes you look guiltier, you know. You're even more reluctant to see the damage now. You just want to relax and watch your bad horror movie. You go into the bathroom and turn on the light. Just as you thought, all the stuff in your medicine cabinet is scattered on the tiles. You sigh, at least none of it looks broken or damaged. You crouch down to pick everything up. Click. Did the door just close? Did you bump it when you crouched down, or... Well, at least the cat can't come in and make more of a mess this way. The lights? Didn't you just replace the bulbs? They weren't faulty, were they? You never remember to hold on to your receipts for situations like these. You doubt you'll be able to get your money back. You stand up. Stand up and shout. You shake out the pain in your knees from crouching and open your medicine cabinet. Carefully, you place everything back where they belong, making sure nothing is missing. You close the cabinet door. Oh, hello there. You jump back, slamming against the wall, covering your mouth. You look back up at the mirror on the medicine cabinet door to see... Another jump scare? Nothing. Nothing? What the hell? Something was... You know you saw something just now. Yep. You know you did. I know, right? Right? Yes, right. Should I save here? I mean, what's the difference? You saw something. Yeah, definitely saw something. You rush out to the bathroom and slam the door behind you without looking. Well, at least we weren't trapped. You enter the hall and... Again, another jump scare? No. After I welcome you and shit? Yeah. No. You shield yourself with your arms and... Nothing. Again. Peek through your fingers and see? Nothing. Is it gonna be a motorcycle? Just your usual hallway. And you don't feel very good. Did they eat? Is my head the only thing left? You need to sit down. Can I even move? Carefully make your way back to the dark living room. Trying not to overwhelm your senses any more than you already have. Maybe you should watch something a little more lighthearted. Or just lie down instead. You don't know. It's a little hard to think. You just need to sit down. Did the cat eat part of my brain? Stumbling forward, you reach your chair. But again, it's nothing at all. Just a cat sitting back in your chair again, looking up at you curiously. What a troll. But it's enough. Your heart lurched so harshly out of a mixture of fear and anticipation that it completely gives out. Your eyes roll up into your skull. You feel yourself falling back. You're dead before you even hit the ground. Ending 4. Yep. Ending 4. Real subtle. Okay. Done with that. Let's see. Load. Definitely saw something. Oh, yeah. So we could just skip this part, right? Alright. So now to double that, can we just load, right? We've already done this part. Load. So we take a nap. You're a little tired from the events of the day. Making life-changing choices like committing to the responsibility of carrying another living creature really wears you out. You could definitely use a nap. You head to your room and get dressed in your pajamas before you decide to grab a glass of water from the kitchen. You head back to your bedroom ready for a much-needed nap. Wow. Only for the cat to race past you through the open door and jump on the middle of the bed. What a fucking asshole. I hate this cat, and I like cats. Takes its time kneading at the sheets before settling down and closing its eyes. Purr purr. Well, that was fast. You frown thoughtfully. Now that your mind's on it, you find yourself really craving a nap in your own bed. There's no way you're settling for sleeping on the couch, certainly not the armchair. Which means you should save here. Let's try to move the cat. You tentatively nudge the cat in an attempt to make it move on its own. It doesn't budge in the slightest. Move the cat? Sure. Keep trying, this is your bed. Yeah. You push a little more firmly this time. The cat sounds annoyed with you. Move the cat? Again, you will sleep on your own bed. The cat opens one yellow eye and slides it up to look at you. You are a guest in my house. Is its voice a little deeper than before? Move the cat. Move the cat. You move forward. Ready to shove the cat with all your might. Of course it does that. Yeah. You're thrown back by some invisible force and crash into the dresser before falling to the ground. Wind knocked out of you. You look up in a daze. You don't quite comprehend, but it is your seeing. A strong, swirling wind has picked up, throwing items all over the place, as if a miniature hurricane had just taken form in your room. And right there in the center of it all is the cat, hovering in the air above the bed. This looks so stupid. Its eyes open, glowing like molten lava. At least make me love the cat, because this is just making me annoyed at the cat for doing this bullshit things. At least make me feel sorry for it or something. You watch as the vortex rips open in the center of your bed, and panic as the swirling wind turns into a vacuum, dragging you towards the bed. Asshole. Your nails catch and tear as you desperately try to cling to the carpet, the floorboards, any and every piece of furniture within your reach. Bloody fingers slipping clumsily on every surface. But there's nothing you can do. As you touch the vortex, your body starts to disintegrate. Tiny particles of your body separating and floating into nothing. The last thing you see is the cat landing nimbly on the bed and kneading at your sheets, before it curls up and falls back to sleep. Asshole. Ending 5. Let me just write that down. Do not disturb. Okay. So stupid. On second thought, oh, okay, so it's the same thing. Load. Yeah, yeah, it is the same then. So we're done with the taking the nap home. Let's sleep next to the cat. You shrug. What's the harm in sharing the bed, right? You both have had a long day after all. Try to carefully avoid jostling the cat as you lay down, but it immediately scoots over and curls up against you anyway. You smile. Sweet dreams. You feel like you've slept for a long time. You feel a warm weight on your back, but you don't see the... Well, mystery solved then. You feel comfortable? You consider getting up. But as soon as the thought enters your head, your mind fills with static and a deep sense of disapproval. Not yet then, okay. The cat, jolted by your attempts at movement, kneads painfully at your back before settling down again and falling back asleep. You fall back into a slumber too. It's night. You want to get up. The claws dig into your back like a warning. Tomorrow then, right? This morning, you'll be late for work. But the cat doesn't budge. You don't even try to get up this time. You just close your eyes and drift off again. It's the next day. Since the last several days. Or has it been weeks? Or longer? You're not quite sure. You're hungry. You don't know how long you've been lying down. You feel sore on your back but also on your stomach, your arms, your face. Everywhere. You can't remember your last meal. The last time you drank anything. You've been sleeping all this time. But you feel exhausted, more tired than you think you've ever felt in your life. Feels like a giant hand is pressing you into the bed. You can't remember the last time you even considered moving. But somehow you know that you need to go back to sleep anyway. Everything will be fine if you just go back to sleep. You think you're hallucinating when the cat finally stirs. It stretches languidly before hopping off your back. You hear its feet padding through your still open bedroom door, its steps fading down the hall. You don't open your eyes. You don't move. You're afraid you don't remember how. You're afraid that the static will return if you try. But you eventually do try. Try to prop yourself up on your arm. It's thinner than you ever seen it. Thinner than you think should be possible. Crack. The arm snaps under the weight of your body and crumbles to dust on the bedsheets. It doesn't hurt in the slightest, as if even your nerves have dried up and become as useless as you feel in general. Just how long have you been laying in bed? You don't have much time to think about it. Your failed attempt at sitting up sends you tumbling over the side of the bed like a rag doll. But you think you're probably closer to being a ceramic doll, as your body shatters instantly upon impact with the floor. Your head rolls towards the door, letting you watch as the rest of your strewn body parts crack and crumble, and turn to broken ruin as your consciousness begins to fade. Just now. Alright. The cat strolls into view, then poking and prodding at the remains of your brittle limbs. Bad kitty. You try to say, but you think your jaw might have snapped off earlier as well. Almost sensing your attention, the cat walks over to you. Well, your head at least. And you watch with your final conscious seconds as it lays down, curling its body around you. Asshole, feels warm. Well, maybe another nap couldn't hurt. Ending 6, just a cat nap, alright. Done with ending 6. Load, do something else? I don't know. Maybe you could try napping later. You decide to do something else with your time. Alright. On second thought? Do something alone or, should I save here? So we're done with alone. Like what? Oh yeah. Done with this, so do something with cat. Like what? Okay, so many options here. Let's save it here. Let's see. Let's go for pet the cat, feed the cat. Let's pet the cat first. It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. The cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing, you just want some attention, don't ya? Alright. Carefully pet the cat. Rub behind the ear. Scratch under the chin. A smooth sweep along the back. Good. You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying this bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Is it getting annoyed that we keep doing it? Keep petting. You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm, the repetitive action soothing your usually overworked mind. You keep petting. The cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. Keep petting. When you scratch under the cat's chin, it bites at your fingers. You might be bleeding, but it really barely hurts. Or really? More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. Keep petting. Keep petting the cat. Oh. That's my finger. I need to use that to write stuff with. The cat bites off your finger. It hurts. Wow, awesome. You're definitely bleeding now. Wow. Really? But, for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You think that it would be shining in the faint light in your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it, like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right in your lap. Seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking, but you keep petting. You're afraid that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Oh well, time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. Maybe. You start to lift your hand from the cat. But in a flash... Right. How many times are we gonna get killed by this fucking cat? Your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops onto your lap beside the cat. The cat's claws on its front right paw glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Then, the cat looks up at you, and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt for your insistent petting earlier, yet now you've been hurt by trying to stop? Yeah, what's up with that? It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reasoning with such fickle whims. Right. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glinting dangerously. Well, alright then. You raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet and you... Ending 7, personal business. Boundaries, alright. Let's put here ending 7. Okay. Next up, please. Let's feed the cat. Alright, feed the cat. The cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier, as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches you search for meal options. Let's see. Find something to expect. Cat of tuna in the pantry, some leftover meatloaf in the fridge, and What's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever inside can't be safe for human consumption. But the cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So you'll feed it. Where is the save? Let's feed it tuna. Cats like fish, right? Shrugging, you take out the tuna for the cat and the meatloaf for yourself. You put the frankly ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. You'll need to dispose of that weird whatever it is later. You open the tuna and spoon it into a small saucer. You put the saucer on the kitchen counter next to the cat. Don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up there, but you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the tuna acceptable. You'll take it. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about heating up the meatloaf in the microwave. While setting the time, you hear... Turn and see that the plate is completely empty. Whoa, that was quick. You need to pace yourself. What the? You watch baffled as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to float out of its mouth. Okay. That's okay. You can process it. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? Right. Best not to think too hard about it. Soon enough, the room is full of floating bubbles. The cat releases a final bubble. The cat releases a tiny bubble before yawning and laying down right there on the counter. Well, glad you enjoyed it. The bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem to be pretty resilient. Wait, what? What's that? As one of the bubbles floats closer to you, you see that there's actually something inside it. A tiny, furry... fish? It's just getting weirder and weirder. Still, you can't help but marvel at the impossible wonder in front of you. You lift a hand. You extend a finger towards the bubble. Carefully press it against the surface. Ow. The little fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking tiny fangs into your finger. It doesn't really hurt that much at first, but then... Ow, what? Pain starts to climb from your finger to the rest of your hand and past your waist, wrist. Could it be some kind of venom? You fling your arm around in an attempt to dislodge the fish, but... Asshole. Yeah. You accidentally knock your arm into several of the bubbles floating around. More tiny ravenous fish latch onto your chest. You stumble back out of pain, and a sudden bout of dizziness, only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. Yeah, it hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've got to get out. You're deliriously trying to stumble out of the kitchen. But the entire room is filled with the deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse to the ground, you're absolutely covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You can feel it in your skin and your teeth and your eyes and your hair, and so consuming you can't even feel yourself convulsing or crying. You don't black out. Your eyes are still rolling up into your skull when you gasp out of your last breath. Ending 8. Okay. Ending 8. So that is okay. So yeah, this is do not take this cat home. I wish I could have cared for this cat, but it doesn't give me any reason to care about it. It's just, hey, look what will happen. Look at how many dumb ways we can die. The game. So if you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.